Hello, and welcome to today's Dance Academe Media Network interview. Today I will be interviewing the co-directors of GoGoVertigoat dance project in New York, New York. These two co-directors have been working on a new and fascinating project called Sellout Demos. Let us begin with a very simple question. What has prompted you to do this project in the first place? I'm eunkyungkim, and first of all, please, excuse me. Welcome, eunkyungkim, and of course, Ms. Drury, welcome to you as well. Why, thanks so much. So, to answer your question, we came to New York together seeking to be experimental performance artists, but somehow ended up instead making post-colonial dance workout videos.
Native mode of travel forward, then left, right,
that we could sell on the web for money. We planned, of course, to go to museums when we arrived in New York, but instead we ended up having nervous breakdowns as we calculated the sizes of our friend lists at social media conferences. Our Facebook identities became more real to us in some ways than our faces, to the point where Miss Drury here began wearing a bag on her head with her profile picture pinned to it. Yeah, one night while reading Frank O'Hara poems to my lover, I found myself instead reciting verbatim the first chapter of Media Markets for Dummies without any explanation as to why I had done that.
I'm right here on the number 2.
I lost you.
There's the second, no, it's right here.
There
must be birth guides.
Can you go again from what if I did look up your tongues?
So, yes, we thought if we're never going to get back to a good old-fashioned roll around naked in paint on the floor to create meaningless improvisational expressions of the raw physical body, we'd better do something, anything, to reconnect ourselves to the fine art world. You see, even our bipolar tendencies had become completely absorbed by this kind of outlandish desire to prostrate ourselves to the brute that is media. And in the end, we decided to actually just go about investigating the very kind of phenomena that had happened to us, that had translated us from being fine arts people to media people. And tell me about the nature of this project. I mean, what exactly is it you plan to do to pull yourselves as artists back into a more traditional position within the art world? It is, of course, hard to tell, first of all, what it is about fine art, that makes it so fine. Yes, and we're beginning with the basic assumption that fine art pairs up with the mores of academicism, that it requires a criticism of a specifically obtuse nature, and due to its current interdependencies with not-for-profit agencies, for example, must maintain a kind of outdated feel and a very specific brand of self-hatred. Yeah, being a fine artist is essentially like, well, for example, being a homeless person. You end up begging, and you're usually unfashionable as well. And if the artist is like a vagrant, the good artist is the vagrant who holds up the sign that says, "Please donate to my beer fund. Thank you." When the good artist, like the clever vagrant, holds up their sign, people believe them, even though what they say may still be totally false. So this is what we plan to do. We plan to continue with the dance workout videos, the advertisements, the infomercial, selling a personal home dance choreographer. We plan to continue canvassing with info pamphlets.
Hi there. Can you start for contemporary dance and performance?
and we plan to sometimes drink down the profits and donations that we make. Eventually, we plan to present our findings at Raw Material as a performance demonstration, as an act fully composed of truth, research, contrivance, and falsehood that bridges in some way our move into media markets out of the dance world, and that allows us to investigate that and also to share it with other artists who would like to find ways to survive, essentially. And our final question of the day, of course, I do apologize for the shortness of this, but our final question is what the purpose of your project really is. Well, we plan to teach artists and hobbyists alike essentially how to sell out by using today's tools of marketing and social media. With this piece, we are not only saying goodbye to our unmarketable selves, but also to our physical selves. It's a kind of ritual to say goodbye.
Throw the rice, comes it.
Because unfortunately, our unmarketable selves and our physical selves are the same selves, at least for us. Well, there you have it. And thank you so much again for tuning in to Dance Academe Media Network and our interview with GoGoVertigoat co-directors eunkyungkim and Ms. Drury.